Look, Pumpkin, I know you're anxious and excited, and believe me, I get it. But you're safe here, all right? Nobody here is connected to your family, and I know they'll understand you needing to take things slowly. Witches have been persecuted and hunted since the beginning of time. So many have feared us, and so a family not being all gung-ho about their kid practicing white magic, any magic really, well, it's not gonna shock anyone, I can tell you that much. Based on what I've learned in my 6 months here, each and every one of us have at least one person in our lives who didn't take too kindly to us referring to ourselves loudly and proudly as witches. Yep, witch across the board. With Wicca, it isn't a gendered term. Male, female, non-binary, or otherwise identifying, all are valid and welcome here. As you continue to study and venture down your own path, you'll come to find that witchcraft has been subverting gender since the very beginning. We all grew up reading those books and longing for our acceptance letters as kids, but that's all fantasy, darling. Aw, don't you give me that poochy pouty lip now. You know I'm only playing. I thought the same thing before I started studying the historical side of things. It's a pretty widespread misnomer, which is all the more, I don't know, upsetting. When you go in and learn that in Central Europe, during higher times of persecution of those who were suspected of practicing witchcraft, 1 in 4 of those accused was actually male. The erasing or separation of men from the word witch, as though it is somehow less than, really gets under my skin. Well, because back then, hell, even during the witch trials here in Massachusetts, those who were being accused were more often than not under scrutiny for being, well, different. For subverting gender norms all the way back then. Anyone who had characteristics not thought to be natural to their gender were at risk for being accused of practicing witchcraft. So, lots of women who were outspoken or, God forbid, sexually progressive were accused, while men who were more reserved or flamboyant, hell, even just more emotionally expressive than the established norm for their time, were accused as well. Kinda crazy how times change so drastically and yet not at all, huh? Anywho, we should be getting things started here soon. If you're lucky, there's this woman who is devastatingly stunning, by the way. I mean, dear God, you know what I mean. Anyway, she's close with Aurora, the woman who founded this branch of the coven. And if she does come tonight, I just want you to be prepared. She's sort of, well, it's hard to explain. You kind of just have to be there, and then you'll understand exactly what I'm feeling so miserably at explaining. You know those women who are so gorgeous, you can hardly breathe around them? Well, if you think she is beautiful on sight, just wait until you hear her speak. I mean, the accent doesn't hurt. You know how jealous I get of people with accents. I do not have an accent. I keep telling people this is how everyone back home sounds, but I know what an accent is, sugar. You're right, but I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of admitting that you're... Fuck you. You know what I mean. Anyway, the accent is nice, but she is so damn smart on top of it. There's an eloquence to how she sees the world, and I don't think I'll ever recover from one conversation we had when we were paired up during an exercise, and that was 6 months ago. I'm telling you because we both know how flustered you get when anyone speaks to you or so much as perceives your existence. Well, baby, they're not just gonna go along with your wish to be invisible. So, until you can figure out a spell for that, I'll keep giving you a heads up when there is someone I know for a fact can turn you into a stuttering, adorable little puddle. Okay? Now, no need to get your feathers all twisted. Oh, shit on a shangle. I'll ignore your laughing at what is a completely run-of-the-mill expression, but yes, I'm all right. Just forgot my runes in the car. Would you be an angel and keep an eye on my stuff while I run out? Aurora just got here, and I don't want to be late again, so I better scoot. Excuse me, but is this seat taken? Thank you so much. Got a bit lost in what I was working on. Nearly was late, and there is nothing Aurora loathes quite so much as tardiness. I do hope your friend will make it back in time. At least I assume you're friends with our dear Alessia. She's truly a gem. I'm Amelia, by the way, and you must be our newest applicant. No need to be nervous, love. We are all rather relaxed around here, and I promise not to bite. Careful there, sweet girl. Would hate to see you get yourself into trouble again. Oh, yeah, no, not at all. Not me, you know me. Punctuality is a struggle, but I'm on top of it, just like you said. That's me. Oh. You are absolutely fascinating when you squirm, dear. Isn't she just a treat? Oh, that's our cue to focus in. So, that was your first night you met Amelia. Perhaps we can move forward a bit and focus more on your future interactions. When you started to realize there was something between the two of you. Now, no need to get upset. I'm not here to be nosy, but I want to help, which means you're going to have to share more with me than the casual surface exchanges. This may be my very favorite spot on all of the Coven property. I mean, how could it not be? With the moon dancing across the water like this. The way it illuminates your face. You truly are a sight to behold. I catch myself lost in you during the meetings more and more. I'm sorry if that makes you at all anxious. I understand you're wanting to make as few waves as possible, to be invisible, but I'm afraid that will never be possible, sweetheart. Because gazing upon you is akin to witnessing a painting come to life. A piece of art where every brushstroke ebbs and flows majestically, forming a face I will never be able to get out of my mind. And even though it may cause you to fluster, I will say it 1,000 times. As many times as it takes for you to accept how marvelous you are, my darling. If you truly do not wish to feel my lips upon yours once more, if your heart does not race at the very thought of it, I will go and not bother you. But if you long for me as I do for you in this moment, if you feel the way our hearts tug at one another, as though we have known one another since the beginning of time, but just needed to find each other once again, then I beg of you, sweet love, kiss me. Let yourself melt under my touch once more, because I could die happily knowing you feel the same. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You seemed to get lost when I mentioned Amelia again. I know you believe she is this grand, mysterious creature who has chosen you, but where is she now? Why does she not come for you if she's so all-powerful? Could it be because she was just a woman who stole your heart? She's very good at that, you know. I don't want you to think you're an idiot for falling into her trap. Do you hear me, love? You are not a fool. You are the victim in all of this. That is what cult leaders do, baby. They lure you in But she is a cult leader, sweetheart. You have been in a cult for nearly 3 years now. All right. So, this Aurora you mentioned before, the head of the coven, right? She may have been the one leading from the front, but often in the more sophisticated groups, the true head is concealed, kept just out of reach, until a member is deemed worthy of knowing more. Information has to be earned in these sorts of groups. Was it not Amelia who you followed? Amelia who you gave over control of your life for the past 2 years, while your family who clearly love and care about you, waited for any scrap of communication Amelia would allow you? Then explain it to me. Tell me why you vanished with this woman you hardly knew, and avoided the family who raised you, supported you, and loved you all your life. For love. Oh. Baby. But was it love? If it demands you give up your home, your belongings, and your very identity, is it truly love? No, August is not important right now. Your parents have told me all about your engagement. Is that why you ran? Couldn't you have told them that you weren't interested in August anymore? They don't seem the type of people who would hold you to marrying and spending your life with someone if that isn't what you want. All right. Why don't we take a break? Get you some more water, maybe something to eat, and then we can talk more about things. And love, I'm not the bad guy here, okay? I'm not picking sides. I'm trying to be a bridge between you and your parents, to get to the bottom of what happened during your first year in the group that led you to run away for the past 2 years. And before you get upset with me, you did run. Leaving without any indication of where you would be or when you would return is running away. Maybe what you need to do is to try to think about all of this from your family's point of view. Which is fair. Absolutely. And I will work with them on seeing things through your eyes as well. All I want is to help your family heal. I promise you. Okay? I'm gonna step out. I just need to make a call really quickly, okay? I'll be back. Okay. Oh, good. It's me. I think I'm getting close, but I can't be sure until I dig a bit further, which may mean accessing some of your more personal encounters. Right. I just wanted to let you know before I move forward with phase 2. Of course. And try to hang in there. I have a really good feeling about this one.